What's up? I'm on PWI Evolved. All that good stuff. My day's going pretty good, hopefully. Where's this? You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. Only the strong are the ones that are able to do. Only the ones that have the ability and believe upon the fact that they can do. As long as within when it is that the leaf happened to have fall, before it hits the ground, before the opportunity is gone for the representation of it hitting the ground as its opportunity is gone. We're only amongst the shifting of such things. Why it is that it is falling. Not as it is that it has already finished. For what can be done for what has already been finished? But only the strong are ones that are able to finish. Before the falling of this leaf happens to have finished, which is the representation of what it is that is the opportunity, no matter for what it is that might be that opportunity. But only the strong are able to see it in the amount of time that they are allotted and able to see it. Only the strong are the ones that happen to survive. Gonna work on self-development if it is that amongst your life you wish to survive. If it is that you are not getting better, for what are you doing or getting? For if it is you are not getting better, if it is that you are not, you are falling behind, then greatness you show not. Only to the bold are opportunities shown. Only to the ones that have, amongst what it is they need to, they have grown. The opportunity that you might see, it can be but only split seconds, or even within hundreds or millions of a millisecond. With great precision and pinpoint accuracy, must these opportunities be acted on when it is they are seen. If it is they are not, you arrive at the spot where it is that you are ready after the leaf has fallen. After the opportunity is gone, for you cannot do any more for after it has fallen. But only the strong are the ones that can do such things as this. Ones that do not believe or are unable, because they have not learned enough to actually be able. Would it be why it is? They think they see a leaf fall. But was it still green, or was it like autumn as it is it happened to have fallen? Worry not about when it is that it is something that, under normal circumstances, the leaf cannot fall, for it must be a change of season amongst these circumstances. What happens if the season has already come? Will you see the leaf fall before or after you come? And be ready for what you wish to be done. No matter for what or how it is. Pinpoint accuracy for within opportunities must be, and if it is, success is what it is you wish to have. You must have the vision, for if you do not, then the opportunity is not had. Amongst times that you think, no matter what opportunity you choose or think, only the strong amongst these kinds of things can utilize or do such things. Only the strong are ones that choose to try. But within the right time, is it that you tried? Is it that before the action happened to be, the leaf had fallen, but you were not there to see? But only the strong within the mind within what it is that is your actions. What it is that you choose to do, for if it is rooted in truth, for your actions. For if you act without truth, there will never be a falling leaf for you. If it is you do, plenty of fallen leaves are seen by you. Multiple upon the time that it is. In the middle, at the middle, at the middle, or at the end. Or it was, would it be that would be? It would be the start. Only the strong can see it from beginning, middle, and the end. But also ones rooted in truth. For these already are able to see as it is. At that point, they are always ready. But ones not rooted in truth. For what they see is folly, and it is not truth. No matter how you might perceive, would it be that if it were you were to act and not be within what it would be considered truth, would it be your sorrows deep? Would it be that within that you steep? Would it be that you tried to do such things that you were unable to enter such keep? Would it be that the battle had not chosen you? do not have the precision or pinpoint accuracy, no matter for what you think is your accuracy. Would it be that you stand for something right? Is it that you engage with something wrong and it is not right? It does not matter for how strong you might be. You engage with something that is not correct or folly. What happens to such things that are not rooted in truth? They are proven for what it is that is not truth. But only the strong accomplish what it is that might be their aspiration, as long as it is rooted in truth for what it is that is the aspiration. No matter for what one might perceive. Gotta have the right state of mind in order for you to have your compass and map for what it is you perceive. Is it that maybe your orientation might be wrong? Not being rooted in truth, that orientation is automatically wrong. But only for ones that happen to be strong. Do they know and can admit when it is they are wrong? Is it as you have a shield that pushes back against anything that is not rooted in truth, automatically pushed back? But only ones that are strong can do such things. To judge a book by what it is that is the cover. Have you ever known what it is that is the contents, or do you just look at the cover? Only the strong that are willing to be educated could get the knowledge from this book. You look at the cover that you are uneducated. Only the strong within mind can understand for what was spoken beyond what is and able to be comprehended by the mind. No matter for what it may be. Only the strong for opportunities are they able to see. Gotta get all your ducks upon the row. Cannot have them scattered about, not in a row. But only the strong for this they know. No matter for what it is that you think or how you think it might go. It is the leaf had fallen, but your ducks are not in a row. How will that result happen to go? Not always easy, for each opportunity might be a risk. Are you fast enough? Do you see it when it is for what it is? Only the strong can understand for what it is. No matter for what it may perceive to be. It's not always easy to interpret for what it is you see, or for what it is you might think could be. Must have the eyes to see. Something interesting about the eyes, something you may not know. Do you realize it is upside down before it is interpreted? So, if you are uneducated for what you see, only the strong can see correctly, for they have trained their mind correctly. Only the strong can see opportunity. When it is that no other can see the opportunity. But let me ask you this. Does your arrows match up with the bow that you use? They must be rated. Or what happens to the arrow that you choose to use? It either breaks in half, misses for what target that you think you have, or it veers off course because you did not have an arrow that was rated for the bow you use. Only the strong, for a big pressure do they use. Ones that have less. Not as big as arrow they must have. Far too overweight. Does something similar to the trajectory of the arrow if it is you overrate. It must have a perfect balance. But of course, one that understands such things, they know for what is balance. But only the strong are able to do such things, for their ability is strong. No matter if it is that you enter your profession, or are already within the elite of what it is that is your profession. You must know upon who is the strongest, for your standards that must be met are shown by the result. or amongst certain professions, crafts, or fields. There are standards to even have entered or be one that can be within that field. Some do not have such things. As far as standards and the ability and the ableness to do such things. Some even do apprentices. Depends on the difficulty, if there are apprentices. Well, there are certain acts and procedures. Amongst many fields, only the strong are the ones that have mastered these procedures. That is why, for some time, there must be an apprentice. For firsthand, you must learn as an apprentice. But only the strong can find out the information and know it does not steer them wrong. No matter for what it is. The opportunity for the leaf that has been falling, or has yet, for you. Do you have the right mindset to see that it's there and the opportunity you get? If it is that one is educated for what it is they're able to do, it might be wise to pay attention for what it is they do. If not, that is a folly that has been committed by you. But only the strong are the ones that set the standard. No matter for what it is that happens to be that standard. You wish to become good at whatever craft or profession or field you wish to be in. Pay attention to the leader or amongst the top 5. You will see there are standards that are held by those top 5. Even at times, they may even give each other a hard time. If it is that, within that standard, they are not within line. No matter for what profession. Pay attention for who is the strongest amongst that profession. Any other, they only wish to be. They are the first to lose. That is who happens to be in second. No one never celebrates for who has won second. They only talk about who it is that has taken the leader's spot. Not for who almost accomplished. And the basics they know not. Do not even have amongst what it is that would be the standard, the building block. That builds the cornerstone of that standard. But only the strong are ones such as this. amongst whatever profession, field, or craft. Do not pay attention to ones that have such track record. Only the strong are ones that are able to have such track record. Unless it is that someone works harder than you. If it is that their leader happens to be you. For there is always one that works harder. They see the standard and they push against that limit harder. Oh, so it is that this is where the bar is? How about I try to raise for where it is that is the bar? Are you strong enough to raise the bar? But only the strong are even able to comprehend for what the bar. But if it is you do not acknowledge upon who might be strong, never know what relationship might be gone. And what could have been learned. No matter for what needs to be learned. But only the strong are willing and able to learn. Ones that happen to choose to be weak. Sometimes they are far from weak. If only they were to believe. And see that the mountain that stands before them is only as big as they allow it to be. No matter for what mountain you happen to see. But only the strong above the mountain and beyond can they see. For they are willing to do such things as climb. With tough conditions. Is it very easy to climb? Or is it that you are scared of the climb? But only the strong are ones that choose to climb. Ones that are not, they only complain at the valley. For they are unwilling to go beyond what is the valley. If it is that you happen to be such as this, why not prove? The mountain must move. No matter for what might stand in your way. Just get your hiking boots on and start the climbing upon that day. You never know where it is you might end up upon that day. Or if it is you choose to climb it. You get upon the top. Has it moved? To underneath your foot. Isn't that you take with a grain of salt? For what ones maybe promise or try to say with their insults, or empty threats, even within that, a grain of salt can be taken. If it is that it is something that is not of substance, and cannot be fulfilled for what it is they claim to be that substance, upon underneath your foot, just as a leaf is right underneath your foot. Just as it is that salt that is useless. What do you do with salt that happens to be useless? Did you catch that? After it had fallen to the ground. The leaf? If it is already upon the ground. What do you do upon what it is that is upon the ground? For the opportunity is gone. A substance that within the opportunity that was there is no longer there. Only the strong are ones that understand. No matter if it is simple speech or poetry. No matter for what you think you interpret. For no matter, there are other poetry pieces than mine. That I do and speak to you in real time. Usually only the one that happened to have put the piece out is the one, in truth, that knows for what it is that is it about. It's only the strong. Only the strong. Only the strong are willing to do things that are right and are not wrong. Only the strong can see for what the situation happens to be. Only ones that have control and take charge can there be a result that you wish to see. No matter for what stands before you, within real time that stands before you, situation or things of flesh or things that are not. It all matters upon what it is. Only the strong are the ones that survive, the ones that are not are ones that do not. But how is it that you can affect that? If it is that you have not trained or lifted such weight, for only the strongest weightlifters can lift the strongest weight. But what is it that they do that is different than ones that these things they cannot do? Do they see a limit and stop and say that is all I am able to do in this spot? Or is it that they push forward like a bulldozer with great precision and pinpoint accuracy? For what? They know for what reps they must do for that accuracy. No matter for what it might be, no matter profession or standards that must be met and be seen. Do they engage with the wrong thing? Or for what do they do and for what is seen? No matter for what one might think. Only the strong problem solving is it that they can think. Maybe more than one task at a time. Do you know what it's called when you do over 6 things at the same time? Many do not know that the name of what most call multitasking. Do you know what you call it? Once you do 6 things all at once or more, at that point you start micromanaging. Is it things done with precision? Things with correct repetition? Is it things that are the basics? The building blocks that are the foundation that is the basics? For one that happens to be a champion amongst that field, they can beat you all day with the basics, no matter for what you know in the field. Only the strong. Notice before the opportunity is gone. The right mindset must be present, must be looking for the opportunity for it to be present. But the actions must be done at the right time. If it is, they are wrong. Then do you do things within time? Do you do it right? Do you do it within the basics that are the building blocks that have defined it as right? No matter for what one that is uneducated thinks is right. Are they strong for the education or knowledge? Can they be right? Are they strong amongst that? Do they let details pass them by and be caught off guard by that? Do they take things that must be considered when it is moments that are crucial that have to be considered? Is it that amongst when it is the table happens to turn? Do they hold the ace? When it is that table happens to turn? Is it a crucial moment? No matter for what you do, it is a crucial moment. Amongst when it is that the leaf happened to have fallen. Did you catch it? Before it hit the ground, that signified the fact the opportunity had passed and cannot be done for what it is that you wish. Is it even things beyond such things as this? Only if it were you were to notice, for what it was that was to be noticed. Only if. Only if. Would it be you would notice? Would it be that you fail to notice? Would it be that you're able to read them like a book? Know for what they will do without having to look? Do you know when it is that you are too old? When it is that your effort, it has become old? Do you use a double-edged knife? Do you wish to cause strife? Or is it, do you stand for life? Is it that If it is you're not rooted in truth, you have a shield that pushes back. With blunt force, just as a weapon it happens to push back. Is it a dagger or is it a sword? Which do you use? A dagger or a sword? Is it amongst when it is that darkness is in the midst of light? It is only required and only able to do for one thing when there is nothing but pure light. It cannot stand there. It is a mountain that is not allowed to be there. Only the strong. Do you stand for what is right, or do you stand for what is wrong? No matter for what it is, the proof of your folly or the proof of other happens to be, there is not any in between. Sorry if it is that you misinterpret. But only the strong. Are the ones that last. No matter if it is short or long. Only amongst the champion can there be only the strong. For a champion amongst them, is it that you are able to see? Only amongst when it is that you know how to hold. Is there a showing of strength? For knowing when and how to speak. Even within. Knowing for what to hold. Knowing why. And to be courageous and bold. Only the brave. Are you a threat? Would not get attacked if it was you were not a threat. It is not upon what it is you stand for. Got an enemy? Good. Means more than likely something good you stand for. Plenty of opportunity amongst these such things to show growth. Proceed with caution, for you do not know behind that, but only the strong. Otherwise, well, the falling of the leaf will never be shown to you, for you do not have the perception. If it is something that is beyond your perception, or beyond what it is would be, something that in truth can be. Within what it is that is, you are capable. You are the one that chooses if it is that you are capable. If it is you stand before the mountain and tremble when it is you stand before the mountain, no matter for how strong you may think you are, if you do not raise above for what the mountain is, then you are below. But as high as the limit of the sky is it that you can go. But you are the one that chooses, believing for what another thinks is not possible. That is what they happen to choose, because of the mindset that the mountain stands before them. But what happens if there is no mountain that can stand before you? For you are higher than any mountain that could ever or try and attempt to stand before you. Well, that looks like all the time I have for now. So, until next time.